I saw an article that the city of Lansing has overspent their Code Blue budget, and it's been a rough winter, really due to climate change in a lot of ways. So there's a whole side note that I want to say about maybe if cities like Lansing would stick to their climate change plans, we would not have this problem. But what I really want to talk about is a concept called quality is free. It was created by a guy named Crosby in the 80s, and he talked about prevention, appraisal, and failure and how those stack up to be the overall total cost of quality. But this concept applies to many things. So I think about it with public safety, and when we have policing and crime, you might have seen the statistic that, a fatal shooting costs the city or costs the taxpayers $1.2 million. And when I think about housing and look at it as right now, we're spending a little bit on prevention, a little bit on appraisal, and a heck of a lot more on failure. And prevention could be creating more housing stock, rent control, mental health. Appraisal is some of the policing, collecting data, just basically assessing the situation and monitoring it. And then failure is things like arrest and hospital visits and people getting hurt or killed or the illnesses that come with all of that. So failures are pretty high. You need to spend more on prevention. But when you do that, you probably are going to spend more on assessment because you want to make sure that what you're doing is working. And then the failures don't just change overnight. So there's this hump, this inertia that happens that keeps people from wanting to spend more on prevention because it's going to be a total cost increase. But if you keep playing this out, and you spend a little bit more on prevention, things are getting better, so you're appraising less, you're policing less. Failure still might be pretty high, so the hump's going up, but keep playing it out, and failure starts to go down. And then play it out more, and failure goes down. And eventually, you're getting this trend, and you're going to go down to where fixing the housing problem is free. One more thing, the national average for an unhoused person existing out on the street is $40,000 to $80,000 per year for each person. What do you think it is in Lansing? Let's try to figure that out.